Hi, this is Nicole Elissa, love coach for women who desire to feel irresistible in their own skin and attract their man. So, as many of you know by now, I like to mix a bunch of different modalities to really help you attract your man. I don't just work, with the feminine energy. I really like to work with what's behind it, like the mindset around it, the thoughts, the energy, the feelings, what's going on with the body, like how you really communicate your irresistibility so that the world pays attention, that men pay attention, and that you start to attract the right man for you. So today I want to talk to you about what I've noticed really makes you successful in attracting the right man, your man, the relationship of your dreams, because you can really have that. And I wanted to really guide you in that process that I do and explain to you why it's important for you to look at all these elements as you attract, because if you're looking for if you're looking for videos online, or you're reading, like you're on email list and all these different things to meet, your man, and you've been doing this for a while, but you get kind of like so-so results. I really want to help you. Why? I want you to have the whole picture of what helps you attract your man and why this is key for you to know, because sometimes we just focus on one element, and we got to look at the whole picture, right? It's like we are not just our thoughts. We are not just, we cannot focus on just looking at our body, like our weight, or thinking that if we dress differently, or if we showcase, like, or portray ourselves in a different way, then men are gonna, start to notice us. I actually think that that can be a little bit deceiving. And it's important for you to shine authentically, like who you really are, because there is going to be a man, and thousands of men that are going to love your flavor if you own it. If you own it, you don't have to be a different version of who you are to attract your man. Now, let me guide you through the elements of what I teach, and what I feel it's important for you to start paying attention to really successfully meet your man. Number one, the biggest element of everything is you gotta look at your energy. And what I mean by energy is, how when you go to a house and the energy feels a little bit off, but then you go to another house and you feel amazing, right? Whenever you have conflicting thoughts around men, about like if men really want you for who you really are, or if you have thoughts about men are cheaters and all these different things, all of that is energy, right? And the more you hold on to those negative beliefs about men and your past experiences with men that weren't the positive ones that you wanted, and you hold on to it and you make it very, very, very real, it will become your reality. So you've got to first learn how to let go of those beliefs for good. You cannot afford to have a big belief that men are cheaters, right? And then try to figure out how to meet another man that's not a cheater. Like, if you keep holding on to the belief that men are cheaters, and then you go on a quest to find that one unique man, or that one unique man that's not a cheater, and you see how you are delaying your process, you are making it a lot more difficult for you to find him, because you are making it very real that quote-unquote men are cheaters. So if you learn how to actually let go of the belief that men are cheaters, and you don't accept it in your reality anymore, you'll start seeing less and less and less of that. You don't have to agree with beliefs that don't support you in what you want, even if you've already experienced them in the past. It's important to learn how to let go. And that is very key, because energy for me is absolutely everything. It's one of the biggest elements in attracting your man. What is your energy saying about how beautiful you are, about how attractive you are, about the type of men that you attract, about how men want you, like if they want you for who you are, or do they just want you for sex? Like, all of those beliefs are really key. And you've got to have that fierce mindset of actually fully letting go of the thought forms that don't serve you, right? That is the first step for you to start attracting a different type of reality. Now, still talking about energy, I want to like help you see this, because let's say that you have thoughts around, feminine energy that is superficial, and you don't want, like you might have negative perceptions around femininity, or that it might not be appreciated, or, that you don't have the time for it, or all those different things. They affect you. They become your reality. But the woman who doesn't have those beliefs, she attracts the type of man that she wants easily. I want you to really get that it's all a choice. You can have thought forms that you got when you were growing up, that you needed to like fight for men, or like always be wary of other women, and all those different things. If you agree if you agree and align with those beliefs, that's what you attract. Even though you might be in the reality thinking, okay, like I get to defend myself, like, yeah, I'm gonna focus on a man that only looks at me, but you're still making that your reality. I want you to see and feel the weight that adds on your shoulders. It has a lot of stress, which therefore blocks or stresses like your feminine energy. You don't feel free to relax. So energy for me, like I said, it's everything. Now what happens? I'm sure that you've read online about looking at books, or watching videos about shifting your mindset, right? But then you might still attract it, and you wonder why. And this is where all the other elements that I work with come in. The truth is that I don't feel that we've been actually taught how to effectively release feelings and emotions and thoughts out of our body. Sometimes what we just do is say, like, I'm done with this, and that's it, and it may not work. Or sometimes you feel so frustrated or overwhelmed with the idea that you try to shut it down, and you say, whatever's out of mind is out of sight, and it still doesn't work. Or you might fill up your calendar, like doing all these different things because you don't want to address the topic at hand, or you just want to pass a page, but it's still there, and you're asking yourself why. I firmly believe that because we've been taught not to really feel our feelings that well growing up, that in that space, we don't really know how to release it. Like I said, we stay on with the feeling, with the hurt, with the pain, or we try to shut it down, but none of those things really work. I really believe that these feelings that are coming up for you that were hurtful for you, like the situations that you went through, were really the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, helping you to see, hey, you want love? Then you gotta actually let go of this belief. But if you're not trying to look like, pay attention to what I'm saying, like, let me just show you, put this in your way so that you actually see it. But sometimes what we do is that we take those experiences and we let them weigh us down, and we take that as to mean that love is not meant for us. Does that resonate? I hope it does. So, but it's not really that. Like, you've got to start to see that the universe wants you to have what you want. Like, it wants you to have love. It is your birthright to have love. So you've got to really start to heal your feelings and all the emotions that you have around love, and all the heartache and all that kind of stuff. And all those beliefs that you take about yourself that are not, like, they're not helping you, and transmute them, release them, embrace new ones. So what happens is that most people don't know this. You absorb these feelings and you host them in your body. It's really not just about the mind and the mindset. You absorb like that last time that you had a breakup that it was incredibly awful, right? You absorb it and you keep it in your energy. You keep it not only in your body, but you keep it like in your field of like influence and what helps you attract, like law of attraction wise. You keep it there, and it's there. So that's why you gotta not only look at the mind, you gotta look at the energy, you gotta look at the body. Have you ever been in front of somebody, let's say like an ex-lover or a partner, and this man broke your heart for a reason, like the relationship didn't work, but whenever you see him, you feel like a pang here in your chest, right? And it's like a stab, or it just feels really, really like a deep, deep thing that just occurred, right? It's because that emotion is stored in the body. And it's important for you to release it. I feel like if we really were to take in that feelings were meant to be released and surrendered and fully believe that the universe is there, like out there to help us, like this would be a better world. And it's just because feelings are not going to kill you. Now, if you are 30, 40, 50, I don't know, whatever years long, or you might be younger or older, and you've been storing those feelings, right? It's like build up. It's like build up that you have around you. And then your mind starts looking out for proof of those beliefs. So that explains why you might be in front of a man. You might have two men in front of you. One totally into you, the right fit for you, but somehow your mind and your energy can only see this other guy. And that other guy represents everything that is familiar to you, meaning it not working out or just starting out and then like this man disappearing or whatever's been the case for you, or a man that is intimidated by you because it's familiar. And the body and the mind craves what's familiar unless you start leading them and you take responsibility and you choose to remove all of that. That's why people might not consider her the most beautiful, even though I really do believe that all women are gorgeous. I want you to, most people might criticize her about that, but she has to believe that she's gorgeous, right? And that she rocks it. And that's why she has an incredible man by her side. Because she's not hosting beliefs about men in a negative way. She chose not to hold on to her pain. I want you to really get that this is a choice. It's a choice. It's your universe. You have a birthright to shine. I really do believe that every single woman has the birthright to shine, to not take in the world's opinion of women, and just choose whatever she wants to be. Really choose that for yourself, because that's true confidence. And when you embody that, you create your different world. It's like every single one of us is living in a different universe. This is your universe. What do you want to be in it? Do you want to have men that show up and that see your light, that they're there to cherish you and adore you? Like, do you want that? Or do you want to feel like you are, controlled by your life? That your life has more power than you? It's not the truth. One of my clients actually came to me and told me, Nicole, before we started working together, she's like, I'm just not attracted to men. I was on a dating site for a year, right? And no man said hi to me. And I was like, no. Like, I refuse to believe that, to hold on to that. What's true is that you are so powerful in your need to protect yourself because you feel that love is going to hurt you, that you are attracting that situation. Therefore, your energy is a little bit off. Somatic saying, it's sending on a signal, do not approach me, because you are having strong held beliefs about something and you're refusing to let it go. Thankfully, she heard me and she really chose to shift that around, and we worked together, and 3 months in, her man was in the picture. She's happily in love now. And I just really want you to hear that and see how you can change your life. So it's not about what other people are creating, because you don't know what's going on inside of other people's relationships. This is what about what you want to create in your life. It's all about you. Forget the man who broke your heart. Forget the man who cheated. Forget the man who left. Forget the fact that you haven't been in a relationship for over 10 years or more. Forget all of those facts. You have a white canvas and you can actually shift it. So the work that I do, I mix, mindset work. I do energy work. We pull those energies out of your body. We infuse you with positive beliefs about yourself, self-acceptance, celebrating yourself, seeing yourself as a queen. And then what that does is that your energy is completely different. It's open to new experiences. It's no longer seeking what's familiar, right? It actually wants to be met, like the full body and mind wants to be met by a man who really wants you. And it's in the energy of allowing it to happen. Now, why the work is so effective and it can happen really quickly is because we're not just dealing with the mind. The mind might think that everything has to be linear. Like if you've had these beliefs for 20, 30, 40 years, that you must work through them and it's going to take you a lot of time, right? And can you feel that sense of like dread or like, oh, I think it's going to take me a lot of time when you feel into that? Right, that's also part of what the mind wants you to think because it wants to stop you. It wants familiar. And this is the brilliance of actually working with a coach or having somebody next to you, helping you bypass all of those ideas and what the mind really brings up so that you can actually have a change in your life. Now, because this is not just work of the mind, it's of the body and everything. You're shifting everything. That's why my clients meet their partner so soon. It's because they are actually really willing to let go of a reality that no longer serves them. They're done with it, completely done with it. And it first starts with the mind decision, then we do the internal work, the energy work, the emotional work, shifting her energy, shifting your energy in a way that men approach you. This doesn't mean that I like the work that I do, like you're changing who you are. It's more of like showing or exposing more of who you are in a confident way, in a way that is incredibly magnetic, and then men pick up on. I always say, like, men really like pick up and treat you the way that you think and feel about yourself. Even if you're not saying something out loud, a man can pick up on it. If you treat yourself like a queen and your energy reflects that, your energy, not just your actions, your words, or everything, then you will notice that men pick up on that and really help to shift you. Like really help in shifting that experience. Like they really are there for you. Men love a woman's energy where it just screams confidence, where it screams, I love men. I'm actually open to men. I believe in men. Do you see the difference between holding or keeping yourself in linear way of seeing this? It's like, okay, because I'm seeing this must mean that this is the reality. This must mean that all the men in my country are this way. No, it's not the truth. You get to create your own reality. And that is your power as a woman, as a magnetic, irresistible woman. You have the power, the vision to really attract to you what you want. You must let go of everything else that's in the way. So I have created a Freedom to Shine experience. It's a coaching intensive where you and I get to sit down and work together over a weekend and really helping you shift whatever's personal to you. Maybe you've been hurt in the past. You want to let all of that go. Maybe you felt uncomfortable around your body, or something about you stops you from shining. Maybe you felt like you've always, been like second place. Whatever is really unique to you, I want to help you shift that so that you can actually have the love that you want in your life. Last year, 6 of my clients got engaged and or married. And that was it was so amazing for me to see because it really happened quickly because they allowed it and they really worked and they released all of that. So in this weekend, you and I would really shift all that energy and really embrace your queen energy so that you attract, you really start embodying or magnifying your feminine energy in the most empowered way possible. So that you don't feel like you have to be looking, looking at your back, noticing other women, feeling like you need to compete against other women. No, you get to feel comfortable around other women. You get to know that your man is only going to choose you. And I want you to have that. I want you to stop living in that energy of survival and truly live in the energy of abundance of love. So if you're ready for that, I invite you to apply to the Freedom to Shine experience. It's all about transformation. This weekend is all about transformation. The work that we're going to do is so powerful that you will see immediate results in your life. It's not just about applying things. It's all about your energy. Once your energy shifts, you can attract in an instant. So hopefully you receive that. Like, I work with a lot of women who meet their man like weeks later after we do our work, days later. It's all about how willing are you to change your love life for good. Do you want this love life, you know, that you want, like your dream love life, more than what you want just being where you're at? You know, does that make sense? So I am sharing this video to you because it's important for you to want this more than this. If you're like ready to have that. So if you connect with this message, if you connect with this video, please share it. And also, I invite you to apply to the Freedom to Shine experience assessment, where you and I will talk. I'll help you see and notice some of the blind spots, some of the beliefs that you might have, and how we will shift that. And we will explore if the Freedom to Shine experience is for you. And I would love to help you. It's not just over a weekend. You get a lot more stuff from me, but like the main work happens inside of that weekend, but you get support from me for the space of a month. Like, I invite you to give this as a gift to yourself because it's incredibly powerful. And I just want you to really experience the magic of what happens once you release anything that's just not for you. And you embrace all the love that was and is your birthright. So hopefully you like this video. Hopefully you connect. And I can't wait to connect with you over the phone. Take care.